Hello YouTube, this is the third video in a series of discussions between me and VenomFangX. Hello Sean, first of all I wanted to thank you for taking me seriously and responding to my video. As you can see, I took your private message and made a video out of it and for the benefit of my viewers. I watched the two videos that you gave me, and I hope that you watched my Fulfillment of All Prophecy video because I look forward to hearing your response to that. I'm going to be talking Jew to Jew here, okay, because we're both Jews. And I'm assuming that you believe in the infallibility of the Old Testament. What you believe in the New Testament we're putting aside for the time being, but I'm assuming that you believe in the infallibility of the Old Testament, that it was given by God and divinely inspired. So I'm going to be working with that, and I'm also going to assume that you believe it was uncorrupted. Okay. So in response to your videos, first of all, you say that you believed in the Torah. You also say you believed in evolution. It seems that your yeshiva believed very strongly in creation and tried to make you believe that it was from the Torah. I'd like to know how you balanced the two beliefs. You say that you were a strong believer in the Torah, and yet you also claim to have believed in evolution even though being told it was against the Torah. I'm not interested in discussing evolution, but I'd like to know if you, at that point, denied part of the Torah in order to continue your own pre-existing beliefs. In response to the verses that you gave in your second video, Isaiah 7:14 is not talking about a virgin birth. Even the word is not virgin, and even if it was, it's quite clear from the context that it was in reference to a woman that was standing right there. The prophet pointed to the young woman, said, "Behold, this woman is with child. She will give birth to a son. Let her call his name Emmanuel." And it was specifically he was talking to King Ahaz and was trying to reassure King Ahaz. The verse has nothing to do with something that will happen in the future. Isaiah chapter 8 is not talking about a human being. In verse 14, it's talking about God himself. It says, "None but the Lord of hosts shall you account holy. Give reverence to him alone. Hold him alone in awe. He shall be for a sanctuary, a stone men strike against, a rock men stumble over, for the two houses of Israel, and a trap and a snare for those who dwell in Jerusalem." Specifically, he's saying that the idolaters will all fail, that they will all fall and be cut off. Isaiah 9:6 is mistranslated. If you want to hear a good translation, write me. I'm going to skip Isaiah 53 because I'm going to put some links in the sideboard to some very good videos made by a friend of mine that explain Isaiah 53 much better than I feel like take the time to do right now. On Zechariah 9:9, I want to know if it's really about Jesus, then why didn't he fulfill Zechariah 9:10? The same thing with Zechariah 13 verse 7. If he were the fulfillment of 13 verse 7, why isn't he the fulfillment of 13 verse 8? These two verses have been decontextualized. What I want to spend a lot of time on in this video is Daniel. The book of Daniel, chapter 9, verses 24 to 26. You can see that now the background has switched to a timeline, and I want to explain to you very, very briefly why I do not believe that this is in reference to Jesus. This is the timeline of Daniel, chapter 9. If you take a look at it and write down exactly what happens, you'll see that this is how it goes. At the beginning of the 70 weeks is the command to restore and rebuild. That is what kicks off the 70 weeks. Then there are 7 weeks until the Anointed Leader, the Messiah, is introduced to the world. Then from the time of the Anointed Leader from the time that he is revealed to the world, we count off 62 weeks, and during this time, this is a time of distress, and the temple is being rebuilt. Now, at the end of the 62 weeks, the Anointed Leader, so this is at a total of the 69th week, because we counted 7 at the beginning, then 62. So at the 69th week, the Anointed One disappears and vanishes. Another king destroys the city and the sanctuary, the city being Jerusalem, and the sanctuary being the temple. This fake king makes a firm covenant with many. For half a week, he has power over the sanctuary. He ends sacrifices, and at the end of the half a week, so this is 70 and a half weeks, divine destruction is poured on him. The measure of transgression is filled, and that of iniquity is complete. Iniquity is expiated. Eternal righteousness is ushered in. The prophetic vision, which is that nation will not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. And Bayam hahu yiyeh Hashem echad u'shemo echad. In that day will God be one, and his name will be one. This vision will be ratified. In other words, it will come to pass. The temple construction will be complete, and the Holy of Holies will be anointed. This has not happened yet. The 70th week has not been ushered in. The rest of the weeks have not been ushered in. In the case of Jesus, he was not present at the time when the construction of the temple began, so he cannot have been the Anointed Leader, who is obviously the Messiah. Besides which, after he came, it was 40 years until the temple was destroyed. The Christians have a lot of really, really interesting ways of stretching out the weeks, and but if you look at it consistently and actually take it to mean 70 weeks, it just doesn't make any sense. Even when you look at what they say, like, oh, this part is 7 years. I mean, they have to really, really stretch it. And the 70th week hasn't been ushered in. That's the biggest problem with the Christian interpretation of this passage, is that the 70th week has not come. That and Jesus was not there at the 7th week. Okay, so no matter how you look at it, I mean, I don't see how you can take this as being about Jesus. If you'd like to explain a little bit more how you think it's about Jesus, that'd be fine. I'd love to listen to you. So that's all for this video. I hope that VenomFangX, I hope that you respond, and I look forward to dialogue with you. Thank you.